I imagine that school's being stupid.
Well, he sent a message over Discord that he was covered in like dirt and leaves and stuff, and he needed a change first.
Someone pushed him down a hill.
Why
Yeah.
do they give them in the Netherlands? Well, what? How? Why are schools full of dirt and leaves?
It's that druid craft lessons, you know.
I mean, they did mention studying biology, so.
Now, depending on how long everything takes, you guys may or may not make it to the boss, and whether or not you do is perfectly fine. We probably will have to cut it a little short today because Dalton has something after this.
No, they got canceled. So we're.
Oh, it got canceled?
fine.
Okay, so
Yeah.
then you guys might be able to make it to the boss fight, but you might not be able to finish the boss fight. Depending on how long you guys take, because I made plenty for you guys to explore and do, especially since this is like gonna take you through a whole previously unexplored area.
Don't worry, we're
That
very
you
good at
guys-
dying. We might just wipe.
That you guys could have found.
Look, we were looking for one thing and one thing only.
Val.
That was a very tiny
We needed our
fairy.
healer and our bank person. We needed that gold just in case.
You guys are acting like I've taken a bunch of your money and I just haven't.
Well, it was like
in character.
Well,
you need to understand we're very dumb collectively.
As proved during the session that you were gone.
As a matter of fact, Val has paid you paid stuff out for the group more money than she's made. Like I paid $80 for us to get the merchant license.
Like Shayo may be statistically the smartest of us. You're actually the money person now.
Yeah, I need to get my man, I need to get my base stats up. Cuz all my spells roll things roll against them. And apparently everything rolls higher than a 13.
You need to be getting more wisdom.
Yeah, I mean my wisdom is a 17.
But I do have something that I'm going to do after this, so I don't know how late we can go.
we might go to
doesn't have to be,
standard
like-
4 hours.
Why is your wisdom lower than mine, Mrs. Cleric?
So I rolled for my stats.
Okay.
And my stat total was so high, I actually cut it down.
Oh, I see.
I would have had 3 above 16.
Yeah, she wanted to make it a little more even with the barbarian stats.
Yeah, I wanted to make it
I
a
rolled
little
bad.
less ridiculous.
His rolls were terrible.
I wish I could find that old sheet that I had, because I had like
His rolls were like 12, 13, 12.
my
So
lowest.
I have a 17. So basing off my stats I added, I had a 17, a 12, a 16, a 10, 11, and an 8.
I have a 14, 14, 12, 20, 14.
So I had 2 14s, 2 16s, an 18 and a 12 was my original roll. So I majorly cut my stats down because that's just ridiculous.
Wait,
Like-
why didn't you could just cut down something else besides the best stat you need?
I have
And even
so
my strength's 19 right now.
I have my stats are I have a 10, a 16, a 14, a 15, a 17, and a 12.
Well, there might be chances for you guys to raise them later.
So I have decent stats across the board. Again, my wisdom's a 17. It's like it's not it's
The
not
only
low
stat-
by any chance.
The only stat we can't increase is our height.
Actually, I can do that. I have enlarge reduce.
Oh, nice.
No, there's definitely ways to
Yeah.
raise your height permanently in D&D. And there's also
Oh.
ways to permanently lose height.
There is
Yeah.
a subclass, fighter subclass, the Rune Knight, that increases your height.
Yep.
Nice.
It's
Oh,
like
Well,
roll a d6, increase that by a number of inches.
And that can you apply that growth in specific parts of your body?
I was gonna say there's also wild magic will do that too.
yeah. There's a magic item that permanently makes you grow a little bit taller, unless the item's destroyed. I don't remember what it's from, but it's an actual D&D property.
Plus, there's
Not
always
probably a
the
boost.
Feywilds.
Yeah, just drink like Fey whiskey, and you'll probably shrink a couple inches.
Or get a
Or, you know,
magical
just-
brain worm.
Just eat a cake that says "Eat me," you know.
Yeah, that usually works well. Work well for me.
No, that's the Feywilds. Usually the cake eats you.
Gosh, I love that. Have you played Pathfinder Kingmaker?
I have not.
Neither have I.
There is an amazing scene in that game where you have to beat a contest of the Fae through wordplay. And it's so fun.
Good thing none of you have to contend with wordplay around here.
I do, that's my thing. And I still roll the 1.
You know, if
Attention,
Val dies
bees! Sting it!
if Val dies for any reason whatsoever, the next character I'm making is going to be a homicidal maniac.
I already have the next character I'm making. I had a super stupid idea the other day, and I ended up making it into a character. And that's gonna be whatever I play.
I have several backup character personalities written out. I put them all aside because they're all incredibly how do I put this? Like Val's jokingly violent. One of the characters is just a cannibal.
Hey, what's wrong with cannibalism?
I just
Oh,
Everything in this room, dear children,
we're
is
here we're
eatable.
talking about.
Even I'm eatable.
Here
But
we're
that, my
talking-
dear children, is called cannibalism. It's frowned upon in most societies.
You came in at the wrong time. Wait, where's the T-Rex?
Oh, you came in at the best time.
Hello.
Hi, Shea, we're talking about eating you.
Eating me?
Yeah,
What do I
cannibalism. It's a
what do
fun
I-
game for all the family.
What do I taste like?
Chicken.
Chicken, probably.
Makes sense. But what if I taste like pigeon?
Have you ever tasted pigeon?
I haven't, but I've seen what it looks like, and I can gather from it that it's probably, you know, not good.
I'm pretty sure it just tastes kind of like chicken.
Or what if chicken tastes like pigeon?
Either way, it'll taste foul.
That. God's sake.
Gosh, that must be a crime. That has to be a crime in some state.
I'm so fucking sore, by the way. I'm so sore. Every muscle in my leg hurts.
Did you run?
No. I
Did you get run over?
I did a lot of walking, and I also sat on the forest floor determining species of plant and tree for 4 hours straight in the burning heat, which was not great.
Wait, you had to determine the speed of a plant in a tree?
No, it's
Species.
like the species, not the.
Oh. I thought you said speed. I was like, wait,
No.
what?
You had to determine how fast they were growing within a span of an hour.
That's
The
why
speed
his
of plants
legs
is
hurt.
very important. It's not a laughing matter.
I mean, at one point, we were really apprehensive about the fact that our botanical book asked us the question to determine a plant species. Does the 2 to 3 year old trim of this plant have any green parts on it? And I was like, bro, how do I know how old this thing is? I was like literally holding a branch.
Ask for his ID.
That's first ID.
Yeah, I guess.
Sorry,
First,
you're too young. I can't let you in here.
Poison Gene over it. See how it reacts.
And then like the teacher was like standing in the corner of the field with like a bottle of water in his hand, and he just shrugs at us. It's good, like whatever.
You gotta count the number of rings from their past marriages.
Yes.
All right, we all good? We all ready today?
We are all here.
Yes.
All right. So before we start, I'd like to thank 600 IB for the follow and the support, as well as the Blue Dahlia, Shaman, and Alia the Chimura. Or Chimura, I guess.
I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're a cow chimera.
Oh, that's good.
They're part of a streaming group I joined. All right. First off, I'd like to welcome everyone to another episode of The Short Stacks. I am your DM, Phoenix Firestar, also known as the Natonefox. Prophet, go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Dalton. I'll be playing the cleric this evening. I'm a tiny little fairy, and you will not find me anywhere else but here.
All
I'll
right.
go next.
All right.
I'm Chad. I play Balder, the barbarian. He's not really short. Yeah, I mean he's tall for the short stacks, but actually, yeah, he is short. Never mind. But you know what? He carries a big hammer and he knows how to swing it.
And that's not a
I'll
euphemism.
go. I'll go first because I'm more important than the satyr.
I'm hard.
Blast
I would
you,
never
Mr.
recover.
Ranger. Blast you. My name is Sheo. I'm called Quill. My nickname is hold on, brain fried.
The
My nickname
saddest
is
little
Quill,
sorcerer.
and I play Sheo, who is an Owlin sorcerer, and the Owlin sorcerer counts bookshelves. There we go. Okay, thank you.
But he counted
That's
the
all you need
books.
to know. Hi, I'm Corey. I play Kalias, or a naive satyr ranger who's apparently unimportant, and also almost got us murdered by bees. Please don't find me anywhere else.
You can find me in the Hive.
The bootlace worm.
The
bootlace
bootlace.
worm.
Did you know that the longest worm in the world is the bootlace worm?
Could you tie a bootlace with a bootlace worm?
I feel like we've done this bit before, but yes, you absolutely can. I've done it.
You could lace your boots with a bootlace worm.
How
but
many boots could you lace
can't
if a
worm
bootlace
your
could
lace
lace boots?
with a bootlace.
No, but it's like you don't understand. Like everybody's fine with this, all the way up until the point that you actually tie it up a little bit too tight, and like the head or something comes off, and then it just keeps moving.
Oh, you.
The kingdom has changed a
We're gonna
lot
die
in the
to a
last
bootlace.
120 years. As at this time, a new goddess, Phyra, was birthed into being. Her sole purpose seemed to be grant blessings to the people of the world, giving them extra power or skills. This quickly improved the lives of the people of Thyrus. The first believer remains High Priest of Phyra's Divine, the Goddess of Blessings Church. Now, anyone who falls under the doctrine of societal races comes of age will take part in a coming of age ceremony, during which the gift given by Phyra at birth are awoken, blooming to life. It has nearly become a law that one goes into a job befitting their blessing, and there they will remain. Though there's maybe about 1% of people who do not gain a blessing from the ceremony. As 1% are treated as outcasts. Cursed are those who have spat in the face of the gods. Even the monarchy bows to these rules. Used to, the monarchy would pass to the eldest surviving royal member. It is now decided on who has the most useful blessing at the time. And the kingdom of Thyra stands on the edge. 6 years ago, a 10-year-old human child was found with the hero's blessing. Thyra's Divine has come forward to say when someone with the hero's blessing appears, that is a warning. Either some great catastrophe looms ahead, or one born with a powerful curse called World's Ruin has appeared. This is the world in which our story takes place. How will our main players react? How will they choose to move forward? Will they change the fates of those involved? Only time will tell. I am the storyteller. I will be with you every step of the way as the strings of fate are pulled. The last time when we left our heroes, things got buzzing mad as they did battle with the queen, and they had to cut their sting operation a little short as they were forced to retreat from the hive as the queen is now angry, but they did manage to destroy her egg sac, cutting down on her ability to produce more of these bees, or wasps rather.
With every bee pun, I want to more so strangle the queen.
Now, with the help of
Always believe in
Slavarice
yourself.
Durine, he has led the group, the short stacks off to the side. Yeah, there's just going to be like a bee in an orange jumpsuit with a headband. To a safe location where they were able to take a long rest, recuperate themselves, and prepare for a second delve into the hive. Finish off the queen once and for all to keep her from spreading across the land.
Alright, so who's ready to die to wave 2?
Ooh,
Me.
Wave? This is not the sea cave. I hope.
Bee cave!
Oh no. I look at the cleric. Can we please stop getting into caves? Is that necessary part of adventuring?
Listen, you guys walked into this one all on your own. I wasn't even here for it.
I was abducted.
I
I was
think you-
abducted into the cave.
Technically, this is your fault, though.
No. It can't be. I was asleep. Who was
You
supposed
merely
to be on
walked
watch?
into the cave. I was kidnapped to it.
Val pulls out her
Molded to
little-
the walls.
her dolls of all three of them and starts stabbing them. Who was supposed to be watching?
What are they?
We had morning wood, okay? It happens.
Yeah, it fell all over me. Made me all
Yes.
messy.
Yes. Covered his head.
If you talk about Morningwood one more time, I'll make sure you'll never be able to get it again.
That'd be rather useful. Thanks.
Val is now holding the giant stinger she ripped off of one of the bees right above the doll of Sheo.
No.
She's
No.
glaring at him.
No.
Just to make sure you get the point.
I'm actually gonna choke.
Give me a second. 5 points of psychic
Hey,
damage.
don't choke on the morning wood, okay?
Choke on the morning wood.
Choke on her stinger instead.
Oh no.
Okay. It's been 5 minutes.
It's been 5 minutes and we've already been demonetized.
I feel like we're never go like if we ever even get to that point, I feel like we're never gonna get a sponsor. I'll be honest, it's not gonna happen.
Sponsored by Hot Topic.
Anyway.
Or no, what's the other
Right.
Spencer's? I was gonna say, what's the other one that's usually across from the Hot Topic?
Sponsored by Lockheed Martin and what's the other one?
The only ones that would pay us.
Anyway, so bee cave and yeah.
Alright,
So
so-
getting off the queen.
As you guys kind of awaken, you guys get up off the floor after your long rest. You see Slavarice Durine over in the corner working on a small little, what looks to be a suitcase that he's kind of like unfolded, and it's like a little mobile lab that he has set up.
Oh,
Oh, good morning.
Mr. Labyrinth?
very well equipped, yeah.
Good morning, Mr. Labyrinth.
No.
Hello, Mr. Slavarice.
I want to go home.
Thank you. Are you folks ready to travel back down into the cave? I do know of a kind of a secondary entrance that you guys might prefer to go through. You might have to fight a few less wasps.
think that might be a good idea. I don't know
Yeah.
about you all. Unless you all really want to rack up that kill count, I think we should just take the path of least resistance, yes?
I think Shaya might be traumatized.
It's actually just uh
She would take psychic damage every time someone makes a pun.
yeah. It's like he accidentally handles the most forbidden and cursed knowledge, but a pun is just too much.
It's like your own little punishment.
Uh,
Oh,
don't make that noise, but I just made that noise.
listen, it's Hive time. We get going, all right?
Ah. I think I want to go back to the park.
All right,
Okay,
let us
let's-
be on our way then.
Let's go. Oh no, it just settled.
So, did you guys find anything useful going through these caves?
We found
Honey.
honey.
Honey was really sweet. It made us feel better, almost as if it was your magic.
Oh,
Except it was better than your magic, so therefore you're not necessary.
there is now a needle in the neck of the doll of jail.
No.
What are those dolls?
Listen, it's
You.
nothing. It's nothing personal. I
No, that doesn't look like me. That looks more like Shaya.
I pulled the one out of Clive's.
Oh, you made a plushie of me.
No, now he's got us both at needle point.
I go to Sheo. Be careful. She can actually make those needles appear.
No.
I've had to pull one out of my neck yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, it was creepy.
Oh,
I didn't do that.
What do you mean? Yeah, you
that
did.
was painful.
That sounds
was
like
you.
it really hurts.
It hurt a little bit.
She's now holding the one of Balder with the big needle just hovering right over it.
It's
Please don't.
there's like holding all three of them above a cliff. Okay, anyway, I think we should really go down to the cave because it's already like it's 8 o'clock here, which is 2 hours after our usual start time. And last time it took us like a solid 2 hours to get through the bee fight, so maybe we should get moving.
All right, Slavarice, you lead the way. I'll
All
be
right,
behind you.
very good. Follow me. He leads you back to the stump. He kind of slides back down in there and waits for you guys.
Wait, we're not going back that way, are we?
Well, we have to go this way.
There we
The
are.
second entrance is this way as well. Because if there was another way out, and this
go.
tree was, and the stump wasn't blocking the exit, how the Venom Wasp would have been able to get out to begin with.
Right. So let's go then.
All right, he leads you guys forward, and you get to the little ledge where you guys jumped last time. And you can still see the two spears kind of stuck in the wall with the rope hanging from it on the outside of the hive.
Look at our master plan. Look at how masterfully we scaled this.
I'd say we did pretty good.
No, if I read this in a book, I think it would be a fairy tale.
Would you have counted that book?
Fairies
mean-
don't have tails.
I beg to
wait.
differ.
You don't have a tail?
Do I look like I have a tail?
Sheo like grabs his notebook and like, furiously starts like erasing one massive paragraph of text.
I wiggle my tail.
Wait, are your wings tails?
In what world is a wing a
I mean, they both come from your back, right?
Oh.
But
Oh.
this is-
Oh no.
I think the difference is in the height. Like wings come from higher up. Except if you're a quadruped. In that case, they're the same height.
Do you all share one brain?
Okay,
Alright.
hot potato, hot potato.
Hot potato.
If you folks would
So-
follow me, Slavarice takes a few
Let's
steps
go.
back and runs forward, and he jumps, and it looks like he hits the wall on the other end. He goes right through it.
Huh? Illusory wall?
All right, that's cheating.
I will leap after him. Yes.
Yeah, you jump first.
I'll jump.
Go
have to
ahead and
roll.
roll athletics.
Oh. Well, time for the first nat 1 of the session. Oh, okay. Well,
19.
helpful.
Do I get advantage because I can partially fly?
Yeah, those with advantage will have, or those with wings will have advantage on getting across.
They get advantage
Not that it
because I
matters
am
too
very
much for
good at
Sheo.
jumping.
Sheo.
Even when I succeed, I lose.
14.
The gap's not too terrible, so you guys are all able to fairly easily make it across.
Oh, we're missing one.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
the goat
except for
could make it, trust me.
Colias, but he should be able to make
literally
it.
add plus
He has a feat
I
for
add-
that.
I add +4. I add a D4 to any jump I make. I should be able to make this even if I roll a 1. But yeah, I'm going to roll anyways. Let's see.
Now, if
Let
you
me roll a 1 so I can.
one is the only way you could fail this with your jump
I rolled a
abilities.
Ooh, there was one there.
That was
There wasn't
one,
that
but-
one.
But it was on the advantage side.
Yeah, or the disadvantage
Also-
side, depending.
Yeah.
All right, so you all
Also,
kind of
let me clean up. Let me clean up my notes.
make it across, and as you guys are kind of bracing yourselves, expecting to feel the wall smack into you, instead you guys kind of like pass through it, and you come off into a large, kind of square-shaped metallic room, made of the same kind of like greenish metal that was in the sea cave.
PK.
And along the leftmost wall is one-way glass looking down over the hive. There is a large desk in the front center of the room from where you guys entered. The large sign hanging over it with writing that none of you can really identify.
Oh.
Bookcases line the wall on the far right. There's a few other like desks in the room and a few chairs. There's a large metal box sitting on top of the desk at the front of the room.
If there's an
Ooh.
octopus bee, I'm just going to end it.
Ooh, but the shiny metal box says open.
You sure?
No. I know for a fact that the sign up there does not read Abyssal, Celestial, Deep Speech, or Common. In which case, I'm stumped. However, clearly it's an invitation to open this chest.
Is it actual glass?
Yeah, on the left-hand side, there is actual glass. It's one-way glass, so you guys can see out into the hive. But from the outside, the hive can't see into this room.
Wait, why would it be an observation deck unless they were already being monitored? Wait, Labyrinth? Is this your office?
No, it's not mine.
Oh, do you know whose it is?
I'm afraid I don't really know the answer to that one.
Mr.
How'd you
Labyrinth.
find this place?
Oh, I kind of stumbled into it, you could say.
Let me guess,
le-
you're running from the bees.
No, like I said, those Finna wasps, they don't mind me too much.
Mr. Labyrinth, we might have come across someplace like really similar to this before. And it had like weird things, like a boxy box that ate whatever you put into it and then pooped out paper.
Hmm. I know nothing of that.
Wait, did it actually come out of the butt?
Didn't
no,
bother-
it didn't.
I didn't care to look. I was too busy not getting eaten
was-
by it.
It came. Val's going to investigate the bookshelves, like look for like what's on the bookshelves, I guess.
All right. Going over to the bookshelves, it's lined with very nice looking books, of which you cannot read any of the text written on the spine of the books. They all appear remarkable shape, but the writing on it is illegible to you.
Shio, how many shelves are on this?
She was gonna like run over as soon as he realized there's bookshelves in the room. He's gonna like sit cross-legged in front of them, almost as if he's about to meditate. But then he's gonna like frantically start like tallying the amount of shelves, as if he couldn't possibly count it just by looking at them.
Val's gonna like fly up, tap on the head. Good boy.
How many shelves are there, Mr. DM?
He counts 106 shelves.
Woo!
Oh, that's a lot.
106. I'm writing that down.
Do any of the books stand out, or are they all pretty much the same?
They all seem pretty standard to each other. Like, these would definitely stand out in any bookstore that you guys would walk into outside of here. But compared to every other book in here, they're all about the same quality.
I'm going to pick up a random one. I'm going to pick up the one that looks the prettiest, basically, and try to read it.
All right, you pull one of the books out at random, flip it open, scroll through it, and it's a bunch of words and letters you don't recognize.
I am going to assume the worst. I'm going to cast my free per day speak with animals in B and try to read this again in the language of the bees.
If only. That'd be so funny.
Well, casting
It's just
speak to
bee.
animal does not help you translate a book, unfortunately.
That was a good try.
Okay,
That's
so
why.
okay, but how about the elephant in the room? The box on
Alright.
the desk.
If you roll investigation on the box, go ahead.
Guidance.
Yes. Can I have guidance?
Yep.
Yes.
Thank you. Ooh! Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Oh,
Wow.
All right.
Knows the date of birth.
Looking over this box, it is a pretty thick metal box, though the top, the sides, and the back of it all seem to be made out of a solid metal, but one side of it seems to be made out of black glass. And along the base of the box is a large square well, it appears to be like a small plate etched into the front of the box that looks like it has a cat's eye drawn onto it. At least that's what your best guess that it is.
okay.
And then it appears that there's a few like lines that come out of this box and run to some of the instruments sitting on the desk. But you don't really know what those are either. One of them looks like it has a bunch of little slates sitting on it.
Can I like show it to Slavarice and be like, what do you make of this? Like, what are these tools for? Do you have any clue?
I believe they are from the ancient world.
Oh.
Gallus turns around, but I was gonna say Gallus turns around and tries to talk, but he still has to speak with bees, so you just hear bzzz, bzz, 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 bzz.
Oh no.
Val is going to take a couple of the books and pocket them.
I was about to suggest that.
You could probably get some money for it. or at
At the
least someone
very
who wants
least.
to translate ancient languages.
Maybe we could take all of them. Like, I'm
There's
pretty sure
Are
Mr.
you still talking in B?
He's talking half in B, half in normal. I mean, come on. He's like not really used to using the spell. Maybe Mr. Nicholas would like them.
there's 100 bookshelves.
We keep track of where this is
And
and
count
have
later.
him send somebody else.
We have a card.
Now you guys never went back to
do
get the
have
cart. Oh, you have that rented cart.
Oh.
Yeah. You did rent that cart to get to town with.
All right, so let's make a note before we leave to take the books with us.
Yes. Assuming
Those-
that we're not dead.
Vel's gonna grab like 5 books.
I get the one that I already had in my hands. I seem to believe that it is actually a story, and I'm like trying to make sense of it still.
So, okay, so the box is currently a mystery.
Yes, it's a big black box with black glass on one of the sides. And it's more of a
can I, like,
cube,
hand it
but
over? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's actually more of like a cube than like an actual box. But yeah,
Can I smash it?
one side of it is made out of black glass. It looks like, and there's a few wires running from it that look to be attached to a small, rectangular shaped object with a bunch of like little slates on it with unintelligible letters. And then another thing that looks like a small little creature with a tail. And then at the base of the box, there's a small slate that looks like it's a cat's eye.
I'm going to say hi to a little creature. Hi there. Hi, I'm Callias. I'm a ranger. Oh fuck! I don't have to speak with little creatures with you. I have to speak with peace. Can you give me a day? Can you give me some rest?
Well, I don't think you have to select an animal, do you? It's just speak with animals.
it's- Oh, is it speak with animals for any animal?
Yes.
I
Oh.
do believe so.
Yeah, normally I don't think you have to select what animal you're talking to. It's just when you speak to animals, they can understand what you're saying as if you're speaking in their language, and you can understand them as if they're speaking in yours, I think is essentially how that spell works.
I love to think that he was just making bee noises because he doesn't understand how his own.
He doesn't know. He just got it. He just got the spell. He doesn't know how it works yet.
That's so funny.
Alias, I don't think this is an actual animal.
He has a tail and yeah, it looks pretty metallic.
Can I pick it up?
Yeah, you
I'm
kind
going to-
of
I'm
pick
going
it
to
up,
pick it up like
and
you pick
it's
a rat.
and it's kind of just large enough like to fit in the palm of your hand, and it feels like it's kind of grooved to fit your hand. It's got like a little wheel on it,
I start petting the
and its
the
tail
box.
seems to run from that all the way over to the box.
Wait. It has a wheel. That's not an animal. That's a card. That's just a tiny
you put
card
the
for
books
tiny
in it.
people. Yeah. It's a tiny card for tiny people.
How much larger is the book than the little thing? I mean, yeah, Val's just gonna set the book.
The book is like,
clearly much larger.
yeah, the book is like 3 or 4 times your standard book that you'd find in a bookstore.
Like tomes, then.
Right, they're more like ancient tomes almost in size. What they were used for, you're not really certain, but they're pretty big books, which kind of leads that they might contain some kind of important information or something, but that's about all you can really glean from the size of it. But the book itself is like 4 or 5 times the size of the little palm-sized device that they're messing around with.
Yeah, we should definitely cut this book in half so we can fit almost part of it on the little thing.
Hey, maybe they were a species smaller than you. Whoever lived here before. Pioneer fairies.
I don't think they would be fairies. Fairies don't often leave the Feywild. I'm
Except
an
for
exception.
gnomes, satyrs, fairies, haringons.
I said
Uh,
fairies rarely leave the
You,
Feywild. Yeah, I'm an exception. Most fairies don't leave the fairy forest.
why'd you leave?
Uh, that is a little personal, don't you think?
I think we deserve answers.
Mr.
Val-
Shea stuck into my mind the other day.
Like, how many shelves are there in this hive?
Well, if each, let's see, if each hexagon is considered a shelf,
Uh, I
What's a hexagon?
it's the shape that it's the
brain
honeycomb shape.
brain dead.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
If I was gonna like fly over to Sheo and whisper in his ear, they're honey shelves. They hold honey.
No.
Count them.
While
But I
y'all are
only
talking,
count
Slavarice kind of
bookshelves.
walks over to a wall and kind of hits a little plate. All of a sudden, low levels of light begin to flicker on and light up the room. And it's much like the light that you guys saw in the sea cave, where it's not really giving off any kind of like heat or instance of fire, but it is some kind of strange light source.
Right.
We're gonna fight an octopus bee.
Mm, I'd rather not.
I don't wanna. We should probably come back for this box when we go and grab all the books.
Yep. It probably is worth something. Although maybe it's like it seems to have weird roots. Maybe it has a plant inside of some sort.
Oh no, I kind of want to keep it.
What if we break it? If we break the roots?
Front looks glass.
I'm going to look through the glass, see if I see something inside.
It's slightly reflective, so you can kind of see your own reflection back in the glass. It looks like the only thing you can really interact with on this is there's like a small square slate like thing on the bottommost plate that sits under the box. And it looks like there's like a few other like
Okay.
small lines in it.
I think that this is a box that contains plants. That's why it has roots inside.
Plant?
You know, when you're growing stuff like asparagus, you kind of encase them in dirt so they grow tender.
You grow asparagus?
Yeah, they're tasty. They make your pee smell weird though, but they're tasty.
Oh, what? They do?
Yeah.
Must be a satyr thing.
Yeah, we really like all those tubular foods.
I see. I see. I will write this down. So, right. How about we pocket the box for now? I mean, I'm gonna assume it's super useful, but it probably is. Except I'm actually just brain dead right now.
All right,
Maybe we should just
you're gonna
wait
try to
until we
pick
have
up
the
the
card.
box.
Yes.
All right, as you go to kind of like lift up the box, it feels like it weighs a good like 20, 25 pounds maybe. And as you pick it up, it starts to drag all the other things that are attached to the back of it with it.
Stop. You're gonna break the roots. Leave the plant alone. Maybe we'll get into a very nice flower and come out of one of those trays. Or out of the glass.
What if we cut the roots?
Well, I imagine the plant will die. It's not nice to kill plants.
No,
Maybe
you're
we-
right.
Listen, there's an entire hive of dangerous monsters below us.
Right.
Maybe we should worry about this after they're gone.
I agree.
I
Okay,
mean,
so
wait. So is it bad to cut down trees?
Sometimes. Would you cut down a very nice vineyard that gives you lovely wine?
I'd cut down morning wood.
But trees don't give you wine. Trees give you lumber, right?
I mean, they can give you fruit.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've had to cut down a lot of trees.
Some of them are even magical. Like in the center of the fairy forest, there's this giant elder tree that's sort of all the other trees at the same time. It's complicated.
Yeah, everything with fairies often is.
What is that supposed to mean?
I realized that she doesn't know that, and I look like.
Every
Brain.
fairy relationship is a situationship.
Every fairy relationship is probably abusive. Fairies are very mean.
Shall we go to the big boy hive room because we
Yes.
probably should go to the queen to kill.
All right, maybe we should look around a little bit more.
Yeah, maybe there's more plants.
You wanna get plant?
Hopefully in pots.
I wanna
Uh,
touch the bottom.
DM, can I? So the little cat eye thing that fits in the palm of my hand. Can I take that?
Oh no, that's not a cat's eye thing. That's just like a little device that's kind of like palm sized. It's kind of like a. It's almost kind of like a small rock. It's just kind of animal shaped almost. Kind of like a small mouse, maybe.
Can I take it?
There is a cat's eye on a little slate that's sitting on the little tower that's under the box.
Val's gonna hit the cat's eye. She's gonna poke it.
All right, you push it in, and you hear as the machine kind of starts powering up to life, and the black glass kind of turns to white glass for a second before like a blue backdrop appears with a picture of a landscape behind it, and then a small
Yeah, there's
little
plants.
person pops up on the glass. They've got little tiny cat ears, and they kind of twitch, and they go, and they kind of start speaking in a language that you guys don't really understand. And then Slavarice comes forward and starts kind of speaking back at it in the same language that it was speaking.
Witchcraft.
And they kind of like
You could
chatter back and forth with
Yeah,
each other
okay.
for a minute. And he turns and he goes, "Well, this is new."
I mean,
Well,
yeah,
you
it
never
is
pushed
new.
things before.
No,
What is that, Mr. Lubber?
I tend not to mess with with a lot of the stuff in here.
How do we get them out of there?
I don't think we do.
Are they in jail for something?
Box.
But they do say welcome.
Wait, how do you know what they're saying?
They're speaking the language of the ancients.
Can you read these books?
Oh, I can't read it. I can just speak it.
Hmm. I hold the book up to the little guy on the screen. What does this say?
The little person kind of looks at it and tilts their head. And Slavarice kind of starts chattering back at it in the ancient language. And it kind of chatters back. And he says, well, it says that the book is titled, Adam, to Divide and Conquer.
Wait, atom, divide and conquer? Because that's very apt.
Hmm. Could you ask it which? I hmm. I don't know. How could we convey what type of book would be helpful to us? Is there a book that teaches us this language here somewhere, or can help with that?
Hmm.
He kind of turns back to the little person in the glass and starts kind of chattering back at it. And she kind of chatters back. And they have a little bit of a back and forth between each other, kind of talking the language of the ancients. And he goes, well, according to the little one in the glass, these are all reference materials, but none of them are for learning the language.
Reference for what?
He turns around and chatters a question at her, and she chatters back, and he goes, references to the work they're doing here.
They might be really old. They don't know how to communicate very well.
So the ancients were monitoring the wasps for some reason.
Did they create these wasps? Because if so, there's several questions I have to ask. Most of which start with why.
He
And then how? How kill?
he chatters back to the little glass person, and she chatters back. And he goes, well, according to her, they were trying to observe and trying to fix things.
Well, they
Oh.
did a great job fixing them into giant murderous beasts.
Hey, maybe that's fixing for them. They were very ancient.
She suggested we
You know,
look at
you're
this. He reaches over and pulls a pamphlet off of the little desk area next to the computer and holds it up, and they chatter back and forth for a little bit, and he turns around and he goes, okay, according to her, this pamphlet says, welcome to the Sweeter Days division of Pantera Cat Industries. Here we are finding better ways to fix nature, trying to make a stronger and more resilient form of pollinator. We're hoping to not just rebalance the insect populations, but also help promote the growth and health of this world's plant life.
Let
Can
me
you
guess.
ask them what is Panthera Corporation?
Um, he turns around and kind of chatters back with her. And they have a little bit of a back and forth. He goes, according to her, Pantera Cat Industries is the parent company, the Sweeter Days.
I don't know what that means.
I look at I look at Var and go like, companies have kids?
Chill, write this down. It's a company thing.
Okay, it's okay for DM. I want to make it in character that even though corporations are probably not a thing in this world as far as like modern times go, it's like I feel like Sheo would somehow know what a corporation is, but then if he's asked to explain it, he'll like just play dumb.
He explains trust funds, but no one else understands what that means.
He's like actually just like recounting like the Panama incident, right? Like he's just like doing the entire thing.
Actually, Sheo, if
said
you
that's
want
Nova?
to roll a Arcana check,
Oh,
Roll with guidance.
guidance. Oh dear. It could have been a nat 20. Oh well. Uh okay, that make it a 13.
you kind of have like a sudden bout of inspiration from the little chattering inside your head, and you're kind of like, it's some kind of large business.
Oh, okay, okay.
Mm.
I see, I see. And he turns to the others and he is completely silent about the fact that a little voice has told him this, but he just kind of frames it as his own knowledge. He just goes, "That's just a very big company that does very big company things, which is also why it has children, obviously."
Ah, it's like a
Oh,
global
so
trading company.
so they just get older, and at some point they have kids, and that's how new stores are made, I guess.
Yes, and then a corporation is like the grandparent company. It's like usually
Oh.
pretty old, pretty big, but also built to last, but then somehow weirdly fragile.
What is a Panthera cat? I know a tabby. I know a ginger cat. I've never heard of a Panthera cat.
Maybe,
Is that the
maybe.
person on the screen?
I mean, I'm gonna assume that they're Panthera cats then, right? Okay, so, hmm. So they're saying that they were trying to fix nature. You see, okay, so they were trying to fix nature. Obviously, they do some amount of bioengineering. They wouldn't
What's
happen to have
that?
anything to do with the shark incident.
What is bioengineering?
There's a lot of words coming out of your mouth, and I didn't
Don't,
think you were smart enough to have big words.
don't worry about
Psychic
it.
damage.
Don't worry about it.
You just called psychic damage to the rest of the party.
Can I just Can I just like somehow have the knowledge of what bioengineering is, but then just take psychic damage for it?
I mean, you are an aberrant mind.
You,
Go ahead and roll Arcana with disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh, please.
Oh, it's a nat one.
Nope.
You take.
Oh,
he said bioengineering, but he has no idea what that means.
because like fully confidently he goes bioengineering,
And when
and then he
everyone
just
goes, "What?" he goes, "What?"
yeah, he just forgets about it immediately.
It must
I
be
feel
an
like
Alan thing.
I feel like what happened there is like the parasite in his mind is like trying to convey information, but he's just like actually just too fucking stupid. He just goes, huh?
Uh,
Like he was trying to explain it on autopilot, and the moment you interrupted him, it's all just gone.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, they were okay. Let me explain it a different way. They were doing funky things to these wasps. Did they also do funky things to the sharks? Because I don't like sharks, but there was also one which was shark and then also sharktopus.
They might have used some sort of transformation magic.
Maybe they were grafting.
if
So
you're
they're making nature better.
it is you don't need to protect nature. Nature is there's a reason they call it a force of nature. It doesn't need protection. It's actually very dangerous. We need protection from it more often than not.
I don't exactly agree. People just often are very shitty to it. Have you seen people who destroy whole forests for wood?
Yes,
Wood?
I've also seen forests destroy entire nations.
Skill issue.
All right, the
Wait.
marching of the Ents in the old hot 70s
End moment.
wiped out an entire continent. Took them about a good 3-4 centuries, but they did it.
Like just like
was-
every night they just take one little shuffle to the right.
There was a realm in the Feywilds that used to be a very bustling it was sort of like a bunch of towns and a couple cities. It is now swamp. Just swamp.
I mean, I know nature can be dangerous, but it also sometimes needs to be protected because we are sometimes a bit too greedy.
By the way, do not, and I repeat, do not talk to swamp pixies. They
I
are
know.
very racist.
So we can't sniff pixie dust, we can't to pixies? What can we do with
No,
pixies?
no, no. You can talk to pixies, not swamp pixies.
Nice.
Why
Do
are
they
the
live in
swamp
swamps?
pixies racist?
I
Yes.
imagine.
Get out my swamp!
My swamp. It's just like you expect like a little tiny pixie and it's just fucking Shrek.
They're
With the
ogres with
tiniest
little
of
tiny
wings.
wings.
Yeah. And somehow it's like a bee, like somehow it actually lifts them.
They just look like the swamp trolls from Harry Potter, but then they got these little itty bitty wings. Like literal like butterfly sized dainty wings on their backs.
If you are above 3 foot, they will say words that you've never thought were insulting, but you will cry.
Did you cry when this happened to
I'm
you?
not above 3 foot. I was
Oh.
okay. Everyone else was in tears.
That
They
sounds
sound
more
really
like
mean.
sizes than not racist.
No, they refer to them as bigs. To them, it's a race.
No way.
I'm pretty sure a lot of short people would enjoy that. Being called big.
Uh,
I am too tall for that.
you don't want to. Never talk to a swamp pixie.
Okay, okay.
But how
I-
else would I know how many shelves they've got?
At some point, all the bullshit we spew is going to come back and haunt us. But for now, I'm gonna keep doing it.
Like
Okay.
at some point, the DM is going to take something that we have said as like an offhand comment. Sometime is actually going to make a full ass encounter with all these things we've said.
Full ass boss with the fish that can swallow up to 3%.
And also, it
I
has
did
a
say that,
it has a
didn't I?
summoning it has a summoning legendary action.
You
that
go
just
out to
summons a
sea and you
million
just run to
later
that
on.
giant whale that devours boats. You're gonna meet Geppetto. Way back from the joke in session 1.
They're like a
Um,
past version of Val, like in the stomach.
Should we ask them how to stop these bees?
That would be nice. Maybe they know a way to kill them because we really couldn't hurt the queen bee.
I mean, surely they had some kind of like, like some kind of contingency plan, like something they could do to, not die.
Ooh,
Uh,
is there a kill switch on the bees?
Slavarice kind of does his best to translate some of that to the little creature inside the glass. And they kind of chatter back and forth for a bit. And he goes, they figure that probably the best way would be to just take out the queen and any other queen eggs or royal eggs or royal larvae. Because if there's not any of those, they can't continue to spawn.
How do we identify these?
He kind of asks the question. She points behind you guys at a door, and it kind of like lights up and slides open, and then the hallways begin to light up. She says the information's probably that way within the labs.
What is a lab? Oh, a dog!
You don't know what a lab is?
No.
It's a dog.
No,
Yeah.
it's a lab, like how I was doing my work on this morning when you guys awoke.
I wanted you to Val
Oh.
said this very sarcastically. She knows what a lab is.
Okay, so we're looking for a dog. Is there a lost dog in here?
Maybe if you run down the hall, you'll find it.
Yes! She's gonna like run, like just sprint straight down the hall.
You run into
We'll
the
take
main corridor, and there's a door straight in front of you on the opposite side of the hall where you entered, and the hall runs off to the far left and to the far right. And it kind of
Okay, so
curves in
we
a
can go
way where it
left, right.
encapsulates around the hive, the uppermost part.
Okay, so if I get this correctly, we can go straight ahead through the door, or we can take a left, or we can take a right.
Mm. Last time we did that, we ended on a slidey thing, and then we fought a lot of bees.
So we go right.
Right?
Or is that what they think they want us to do? And we go left instead.
Or maybe they think we thought, or think we thought, we think we thought. I think.
But what if we do neither of that and use the new, third, and improved option straight ahead?
I vote Sheo goes first. Val,
Oh.
Val raises her hand, and you can see that the Sheo doll still has a bunch of needles in it.
Oh. Okay, fine. I'll open the door that goes straight ahead. I was like that I almost ran into that one.
You open up the kind of like tap on the door trying to find a handle, but the little bit of black glass sitting next to you lights up, and the little person appears in it that was in the box behind you in the previous office. And she kind of like rolls her eyes, and the door slides open for you.
Oh.
They
Okay.
moved.
Yes, the little creature in the box is very strong. Either that or it has learned telekinesis. Now we go through the door. What's on the other side?
All right, so you guys go through the door, and inside of it is a large, beautiful garden
Oh.
with many exotic-looking plants, vegetables, and a few trees.
Ooh.
Is
There's
there
more.
any sunlight into the room?
There seems to be some form of artificial light flooding into the room. And there seems to be small little ponds, a fountain, and in the very center of the room is a large, what looks to be hands holding up a globe, sitting on a pedestal in the very center of the garden.
The world in your hands, huh?
Are these like recognizable plants, or are they like completely new looking?
They seem completely different from what you guys are used to.
Hmm.
So, Mr. Slavarice, how many of these are edible, and will any of them make me have unlimited spell slots?
What's a spell slot? But yeah, everything down here is
You
complete.
sent it to me the other day.
Everything in this room should be completely safe to eat.
Plot twist: Sheo is completely aware of the fact that he has spell slots. However, he actually just doesn't know what they are. He just knows there's a limited number.
Well, if they're safe, would these be dangerous to introduce in? What is the ecological effect of introducing a bunch of locked away ancient plant species into a new environment?
I mean, what will happen is that the
Unknown, but
ecosystem
potentially
is prepared to handle
catastrophic.
it.
But is it worth it?
I mean, that's like without even speaking of possible inbreeding. If some of these ancient plants are like of the same family trees,
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
You know, when you get like a rare breed of wine, kings pay a lot for it. Maybe we could get some seeds and
We need the seeds.
okay.
Val's
I'm-
pupils are now money signs. She should like she just like staring down all the plants. Like, which one of you?
And then I can just
That is very
imagine the
fond of
next day
seeds.
Val wakes up and Baldur's toasting them over a fire.
Yep.
She
Making
wants the
popcorn.
seeds.
Yeah,
Doesn't want the
he's roasting
fruit,
the
she wants
seeds of the plants over the fire.
What we do back at home.
Making some pipas with them.
I hear that if you toast them for long enough, they start to taste like sunflower seeds.
Val's going to investigate some of the vegetable-looking things. Do-do-do-do. Give me a second. I got guidance to add to that. 17.
Alright, looking around, it looks like you find some kind of small, lumpy root fruit. You see some longer, pointed looking fruits or vegetables, and you see some thick red ones that hang off of a vine.
And you said all of these should be safe to eat?
Yes, they should all be safe to eat, at least within certain, parameters.
Well, might as well try them all. Val's going to just grab one of the red ones
Wait,
and
wait,
take a
wait,
bite.
wait, 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 wait. Not without me. I want to try them too. The more people who try them, the more we can determine which one is the one the kings would pay the most for.
Val's already taken a bite. Come on, do it. Tell me to make a Constitution saving throw. Do it.
Alright, everyone who's eating it, roll Constitution.
I knew it.
I
I'm eating it.
wasn't so
I'm
right
not eating it.
Constitution.
No, it's a 9.
Come on, it looks like a tomato. I needed to try. Natural,
A
sorry,
natural.
natural 20. I'm very resilient.
Is that it?
Can I grab a different one than what they ate?
I ate the one that's a red berry.
So it's going to be
Oh.
constipation.
Wait,
for
what are the other
Val.
ones again?
There's ones that look like long, sharp, kind of pointed vegetables. And there's one that's like a lumpy ground vegetable.
I will eat the lumpy ground one.
I mean, it looks like you, so.
Do I have a? Is it
It is
potential
kind
poison?
of.
No.
17.
Is that it?
Yes, I won't be eating it. I'm not feeding Lucky.
Val
Alright.
is going to try every single one of them.
Alright,
She's
they
starting
are
with this.
perfectly healthy, wonderful tasting fruits and vegetables.
Ooh.
Like, these things taste just amazing. Like, they're very juicy and tender. They're just like pure flavor.
Val says with her cheeks stuffed like a chipmunk. Does anyone know how to preserve seeds?
Me?
She's gonna
I'm
fly up to you and just grab your head with both of her hands. Save these.
I'm trying. I said you notice that I'm eating whatever red berry I have, trying to keep the seeds. I'm gonna need a bunch of towels and good soil and somewhere to plant this that has sunlight.
What would we have
Did you
to
guys-
roll to get? Would it be survival or nature to get usable, plantable?
Survival.
It'd be survival.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give you.
Can you give me guidance?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you guidance, and I'm going to assist you. So that gives you advantage.
Where's survival? I rolled an 18 plus 1d4 is a 22.
Let's go.
All right, you managed to get a good collection of seeds from a variety of the plants in here.
Nice. I'm going to keep them. I'm actually going to open the book I have and precisely press them within the paper because that helps write the seeds. Very nice. For preservation. Fuck them books.
Ah,
Did you just put those in an expensive, potentially very, very valuable ancient book.
It's
Possibly
between
one
the
of.
it's between the cover and the thing. It should the text should be okay.
I have paper you could have used for that.
You could have told me before I put it in here.
I didn't think you were going to do that.
I need to dry them. Do you want the juices rotting on your very expensive seeds?
Val's
Yeah.
going to give you a sheet of paper.
You can still give it to me.
You can just say we found it like that.
Yeah. The ancients must have eaten a berry over it. Hungry ancients.
Val's just like you see like her fighting back tears. Okay, but the book.
That book will be okay. I care more about the plants, honestly. They could change how we see food.
She's just gonna grab another one of the uh, vegetables and just take a bite, just sniffling.
Just carve it down in 2 bites.
Yeah, her mouth is way too small to scarf it down in 2 bites.
It's like actually unhinges your jaw.
It's basically, baby carrot right now. They were really tasty. I would like to take this home and grow them.
I would all of you roll a perception check for me?
Whoa.
Yay! I got 10.
We're so getting jumped.
Dirty 20.
12
21.
All right,
plus 9%.
Sheo, Balder, you both like hit the dirt as you see the orb in the very center of the garden kind of start to glow like with a bright hot intensity like the sun, and it like the globe opens up and it shoots out outwards, caking the entire room. Val and Sheo are completely caught off guard
Oh no.
as it surprises them. It doesn't seem to do anything to them, but it kind of like seems to shoot outwards with a bunch of pollen. And then it kind of starts spinning and helps to spread and spin the pollen across all parts of the room, and then closes back up.
She's just gonna be like basically A posing in the middle of the room, like pointed towards towards the object, towards the orb. He's like completely covered head to toe in pollen, and he just like lets out a whine before he starts sneezing uncontrollably.
It seems our bird's been pollinated. Val's gonna grab another vegetable, take a bite.
It's now covered in pollen.
Yum.
What was that?
It looked like some sort of thing to help the plants. You move the pollen around. It didn't pollinate my head.
Slavarice kind of walks up to you guys and goes, yes, indeed. The device seems to pull in pollen from the plants and then randomly redistributes it out periodically.
We should take it with us.
So it's mixing the different plants?
Why do I feel like it's using it's wait, is that how they wanted to better pollinator? Because those bees, they like make a certain type of pollen, like they use certain type of pollen to put people to sleep, right? It's like, is that the tech that they were trying to get? Like they were trying to figure out how to effectively turn that into something they could use for, I don't know, farming?
Don't really know about that, but this orb does help keep all these plants incredibly healthy and mixes their pollen so that they maintain a strong and healthy life down here in this garden.
It's my orb.
Val ponders the orb. I
I'm-
mean,
no,
plunders.
I'm
Sorry,
sure we can
plunders the
actually
orb.
take it. Plunders the orb. I'm not sure we can actually take it. It might just not work outside.
My orb.
Orb?
Maybe we can ask the person from Pantera Cat thing. Pantera Cat Daddy Company?
Huh? Yeah.
They make that.
They
Sorry.
make children.
Yeah, they make children
make-
company.
They make plant children,
Yeah.
plant
Maybe-
kids.
I will ask Mr. Nick if his company was born that way.
I mean, wasn't it? Like, I'm sure he had parents, and the parents made him, and he made the company. So, in terms, his
Oh, so,
his parents are his company.
that's pretty. I like that. So Shayo's dad is Shayo's company.
No. Sheo doesn't know his dad because his company left.
Oh,
No,
is
my
that what?
His dad didn't keep him company.
my company went across the sea to go look for the hidden continent to start a corporation.
It went bankrupt.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what they meant by bankrupt.
He
What if
embezzled a
this-
lot of
what if this
money and he had to
company
kind of
is
like
the
flee the
continent?
country.
He put his money where his mouth
He
was.
may or may
and
not have taken out a lot of loans in Shayo's name and then fled.
yeah,
Shayo's
she was
credit
actually
score is real
crippling debt.
bad.
Shayo's brainworm is actually just the debt. That's been gnawing away at him.
Worm is his dad. Is an amazing head cannon.
His brainworm was actually just his dad who cast a telepathic speech on him like before he left, and now he's just hearing voices.
It's a bootlace worm.
It's a bootlace worm. That's why he knows so many random facts about bootlace worms. Like if he ever dies, his skull will just crack open. It's just like one worm.
Mr.
That's-
Just
Labyrinth.
crawls out.
You see it like just crack open. There's like a little guy in a pilot seat. Don't look at the guy behind the curtain. He closes the mask back.
Mr. Labyrinth, can you go ask that box person to how
The
we
box
get this orb?
pixies.
That's not a pixie.
The
A-
box pixies.
You
Ask
would have
her
known it was
what?
a pixie by the number of slurs it uses.
But you don't use many slurs.
I'm
Why'd
not
you
a
want me
pixie.
to ask it?
How do we get this orb?
Or
I want it.
He kind of pokes his head back out, and you hear him chattering to the little glass creature, and they kind of chatter back and forth for a second before he pops back in. She said it's not attached to anything. You can just pick it up.
So I can have it. Val now has an orb.
Val goes to pick up the thing, and it's about twice her size.
Maybe we should come back to it when we have the card as well.
But it's my orb.
It will still be around when you come back.
Orb.
That was probably the worst joke I've done in this entire game.
But what if you go get the villagers first and kill the queen, and then we can show all the villagers your orb?
And you can get them
Yeah,
to
I think we're
talk
losing
about it.
priority here.
I can see Val just
You know-
going all Gollum. No, it's mine. Why should I share it?
Wow.
A precious.
You know that things are more worth it the more people talk about them. If we get people talking about your legendary orb, people will be, very
No,
willing to
mine.
pay more.
They can't have it.
Mhm.
It's not for sale.
Unless, I mean, you can call Grandpa and ask him.
She's just gonna like mother like everything has a price.
Double check with Grandpa.
Val now. She takes the stinger. She's holding it right above the doll. Your life has a price.
It's like she's gonna like have a poker face, and like in a moment of pure clarity, she's gonna be like, You are right. However, it is worth at least twice yours.
You know, we could turn that stinger into a weapon.
Yeah.
It's already a weapon.
It is.
Yeah,
it's
but a
just
more
weapon.
potent weapon.
I
Yeah,
like
imagine having a little needle like the one you had, but be poisonous.
Baldur's having to
like-
hold Val back from stabbing Sheo.
Just like I just had have like 2 fingers of each hand like wrapped around your arms.
Sorry. The voices took over. Like the brain worm told me to say that because you see, I'm worth twice you because I have 2 personalities.
You're nothing but a brain worm.
Where does that put me? I have my brain and the other thing in my brain. Am I worth 2 then?
Yes.
Is the other
You're
thing in
also
your brain the plants that grow out of your head?
No. Wait, that makes me 3 then.
Well, I mean, there's several plants growing out of your head, so it makes you even more.
Dude, I have difficulty with one thing in my brain, and that one thing is me.
You're telling me there's something in your brain?
Yeah, me. Will you help get it? Will you help get it out? As I lower my head, come on.
Val's still like trying to stab Sheo.
I caress your head when you say, "Can you help let it out?" I'm going to caress your head and like try to push something out of your ear, like gently coax it out.
Okay, hold on. I have
Like
to
a
do
like a
something.
huge chunk of your wax comes out.
It's like okay,
There you
Val.
go.
Val.
Now you're better.
Val,
my
on
gosh,
Sheo's
again.
behalf, I'm so sorry for him acting like a toddler, but he's going to cast telepathic speech on you, then move across the room where you can't reach him. Like he's gonna move like well out of 30 feet of range, and he's gonna say, "Did you know that the bootlays were?" It's gonna like start like rattling through facts.
Val is
You want to try to break out of my grasp?
well, Val is going to use a bonus action to disengage from Baldur,
Oh,
and
no,
she's
wait. You have to hold on. No, you got to break out first.
I gotta
You're
break out.
grappled.
Yeah, you're grappled, baby.
Oh no!
He's holding you back.
How committed to the bit am I?
Very.
Missed the step. Missed the step.
No, Val is going to use enlarge reduce on herself. She's going to enlarge herself so she is now twice the size. Her weapons are twice the size. And she goes from small to medium now, I guess.
Oh, you're normal
Right.
now.
You still got to break it.
She gets advantage on the strength check.
Oh no!
Now the question is, how big am I on
19.
this? Because I can give myself advantage on this as well.
Ready action dash. Ready action dash. Oh dear God.
Baldur now has to hold on to Val for dear life. Keep her from. She's now twice the size. Just like tugging him towards Sheo, trying to get him.
Wait, how tall are you exactly?
4 feet.
Still shorter than Baldur.
Absolutely.
Oh, Nelly, what you eat today? Maybe the, wait, am I gonna get bigger now too?
I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him.
It's
It was the fruit all along.
She
like,
hit her growth
it's
spurt.
like
I'm a
Sheo
rip
is going
the bird
through
out.
all these. Sheo's like going through all these facts about bootlace worms. He's going through all of them, and at some point you can like see like the blankness behind his eyes. He starts running out, and then like
Now
the voice, and then like the voice in his head just takes over and just starts talking about some kind of cosmic worm.
I'm gonna rip
Now
the
we're
word out of his
friends.
brain to
We're,
feed it to him.
we're allies. Stop.
You give me that worm.
I'll feed you, worm.
He's a bird. He's just supposed to eat worms.
That's why I
did,
know
that's
so
how it
much about him.
happened.
It's like a culinary delicacy, you know. Like
I like to think she's grabbing like the fruit and chucking them at him.
it's.
They're just not going anywhere.
Hey, the fruit, that's worth a lot. Wow, calm down.
Okay, so Sheo is gonna like break the connection. He's gonna like jog over to where Val is, and like hopefully while she's still grappled, he's gonna like kind of like pat her head, and he's gonna like do a little twirl, and just walk away.
We have to roll that strength check again. It's a 14.
I think you get to roll with advantage. That's
I
a
do.
provocation.
No,
22.
Sheo is very, very lucky. That was foaming.
Not Sheo casually starting a life or death confrontation with the cleric.
You get healed last.
I know for a fact like next combat I'm just gonna stay all the way in the back and hide beneath a rock or something, because if I ever get hit by something I'm not getting picked up.
With Shea's luck, it happens every combat.
Wait, I'm going to
Okay.
do something. I'm going to cast Goodberry right now so I can heal later on. On this place, which is actually not like cursed, I hope. I hope these berries work.
I mean, wouldn't it be a good idea to like try to grow good berries in like the plots?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
I
I'm trying
feel
to
like
do.
this place is protected from that.
Yeah, you grow good berries perfectly all right.
Yay.
Are they gooder berries?
Good berries.
No, they're just plain good berries because the pollinator doesn't affect them because they're magical in nature. They haven't.
That'll be cool.
He's singing a songs to the plants as they grow.
Val is calmed down now.
Be
She's
cool.
not fighting anymore, and she's back to normal size.
Alright. I let her go.
Immediately, Val dashes at Sheo.
No, no,
PvP!
no!
She is now just chasing him around the hall.
It's like Sherry's like legging it down the hallway. She's like, no! You're gonna scream like, Paul, what have you done?
I thought she was cool!
She's never cool. Wait, hold on, I need to look something up. Hold on.
Oh no.
Oh no.
This is
Okay,
just gonna keep devolving, isn't it?
It's like no, it's gonna be the last thing I do. But Sherry's like gonna turn around, look her dead square in the eyes. He's gonna like make one Hail Mary, and he's gonna cast Friends.
What's the saving throw on that?
Wait, hold on. I think I just forgot what happens to Friends. Wait, hold on.
The thing with Friends is that whenever it ends and it takes like a minute, they don't know.
Yes.
It's like when the spell ends, the creature realizes you used magic to influence its mood. Um,
So that probably wouldn't
see.
be a good idea.
it really only gives you advantage on all charisma checks. So okay, actually scratch that idea. I'm gonna use calm emotions. I'm gonna cast calm emotions on Val.
All these
What-
spell slots, and we haven't even gotten to the boss yet.
I haven't used a single spell slot.
Well, you used
really
up your you used up your one use of induce enlarge.
Yeah, I've only used that once, and it doesn't really work very well.
You can make yourself even tinier.
Yeah, but it's a concentration, and I have better things to concentrate on.
You could make Baldur bigger.
Like, you know what? You committed to the bit and used reduce and large. I'll use a level 2 spell slot to cast calm emotions just to end the bit. I'll do it. I've crossed it off. I cast calm emotions.
Let's see that save, Val.
What's the save?
It's a 14
14
DC
charisma.
charisma.
Charisma. Oh, I have proficiency in not 20.
No,
Completely
Val?
ignores the calm
It
emotions.
is very in character though.
it's like Sheo casts it, and he's got a smug look on his face that he just sees it has no effect, and it's like he just fucking tucks and rolls.
No, I
Wow,
love
Val,
to
you're
take.
very charismatic.
Hold on. Shayu
They
turns
see-
around and he casts calm emotions on Val as she comes racing towards him. And he just gets like a flash of red hot anger in his mind. He goes, "What have I done?"
I like to think like you guys like he turns around in the hall and goes, aha, and casts it, and then the look on his face just like he turns into worry as he runs into the next room, and you guys just hear like you just hear something hit the floor and screaming, and then Val's just dragging Sheo behind her by the beak.
Sheo is trying to call the Vinno Wasp for help, but he's like just making random buzzing noises.
And they're muffled because Val's holding his beak shut. She's
It's not possible about the connection, though.
It's like the buzzing noise continue in your head.
Val's gonna try.
Alright.
She's gonna go into the door that was on the left of the hall, and she's gonna throw Sheo in it first.
Okay, so
Oh,
you
we're
guys are
going
going back out and you're going to the left.
Yes.
Alright, so you get to the end of the hallway and it takes a sharp turn and you look down, there's a going all the way down along that hallway, there are 3 doors on the left and there are 3 doors on the right.
This isn't a bee cave. This is a door cave.
Oh.
And we have a professional door opener right here. Val's holding the stinger at Sheo's throne.
Okay.
Open them.
I'll open the door. Which one first?
You choose.
Choose
You
our
did-
fate, Sheo.
Wait, but how many doors were there? You said.
There are 3 on the left, 3 on the right.
Okay. First one on the right.
First one on the right. Alright, you walk down and you pass the first door on the left, go up to the first door on the right, and you throw it open. And inside is what looks to be a bunch of glass tubes. It's a clean white room. There's equipment and tools scattered all throughout in here.
Ooh. I found the lab.
Val is going to start drawing like sort of not quite mapping out, but like drawing depictions of the stuff in the rooms. I need to find what would that be?
Sleight of hand.
I also have the little artist kit if that helps anything. It's gonna be a 15.
Oh,
15. You got a fairly decent sketch of this lab.
right. So, is there any other door in this lab?
Nope.
Okay. So, I mean, can I roll investigation just to see if there's like anything worth anything here? Like specifically, is looking for valuables.
Go ahead and roll investigation.
With guidance.
Guidance. Oh well, don't. Oh, okay. Guidance. Okay, 11.
You're not really sure if you find anything of particular value. There seems to be a few like papers scattered around in here. Another one of those boxes, metal boxes with a glass front on it.
Ooh, metal box.
A few what appears to be tables and some equipment. You don't really know what any of this stuff is, so
Oh. Does the little TV screen thingy, little glass box thingy, does it have a button as well?
yes.
I hit the button.
All right. It hums to life, whirs, turns on, and the little glass person appears inside the monitor again.
How did they get up there?
They can
They move
teleport.
fast.
But they were like waiting, and then it weird and appeared. Do you think that maybe that button is a teleport?
Wait a minute. Is this Someone go look at the other one.
I run super quick to the other one. Is she still there?
No.
I press the button.
You turned it off?
I try to turn it on. The one that where I got.
It's already on.
Oh, but she's in here.
Yeah.
Okay, then I go like, yeah, she's teleporting.
Because she jumped to the one, the little screen next to the door to let you in. Then she jumped to next to this door to let you into this one. And then when you turned on the monitor, she jumped onto the monitor.
She's fast. Too
Too
fast.
fast. Jinx.
No, I can't talk.
Until someone says your full name, which no one knows because you're a fairy.
Val.
Haha, Val is the full name.
Don't names get power over fairies?
Rumpelstiltskin Val Frankenstein.
Oh god.
What have you been reading about fairies?
I've been with fairies for a whole year.
Must have been for the swamp fairies.
Maybe?
I don't think there are swamp fairies.
What do you mean there aren't?
There, there's one. Fairies come from one place, unlike pixies, which pop up everywhere like rabbits.
Is there anything else you want to look for while you're in here?
Is there
No, but-
anything sharp that could be used as a weapon?
There's like some scalpels and some
Ooh.
needles.
Oh, I
Not
got
like
scalpel.
sewing needles, but like syringe needles.
Val takes them.
I take the scalpels.
Is
Oh,
there any cool
nice.
sticks?
These would be good for whittling down stuff.
Yeah.
Is
whittling
there
down
any cool
bread.
sticks?
No, there's no sticks in here.
I wanted a cool.
Are there any magical amulets of insane power that I should not possess?
You can roll an investigation.
Yes.
Guidance.
Oh.
I don't know why I give you guidance for this.
Uh,
Like,
uh,
you can tell when Val is interested by the mention of value, monetary value.
You find
14.
no amulets of unmentional power that you should not have.
Oh, but there is one in this room. No.
Better luck next time.
All right, door boy. Next.
Ooh, can I pick one? Can I pick one?
Yeah, pick one for him to open.
Oh, I want to open it.
Well, throw him in after you open it.
Okay. I'm going to roll a d5, maybe.
You can just roll a d6 and re-roll if you got a one.
That is true.
It was
I
4.
mean a 4.
I mean, you can pick whatever number you want to be the odd number.
5, so it'd be the one next
The middle
door.
right.
Going out, it would be to the left, wouldn't it?
Um,
Going out of
it'd
this
be
room.
to your right because I think how he had it numbered was all the doors on the left were 1, 2, and 3, and the ones on the right were 3, 4, and 5. Or sorry,
Yes,
4, 5, and 6.
That's how I
So
had it numbered in my
5
head.
would be the middle right.
All right, let's go.
All right, so you walk up to the middle right. The little glass person appears into the doorway and opens it for you, and it leads out to the garden area.
Oh. That's it. Nope. What do you guys pick? I'm just going in circles.
Shaya. Shaya door roost.
Actually,
Can you
Val's,
open door number
Val's going
2?
to make a sketch of the garden room.
5.
18.
Okay, so you make a sketch of the gardens.
Yep.
I saw the 5, and I was like, okay, so you guys rolled 5, but again on your door check.
I will roll a door check.
2, that's the middle
left.
left. All right, the little person appears on the little glass next to the door and opens it for you. And you take a step inside, and it appears to be a small little chamber, large enough for you to stand in. The door immediately seals behind you, and you hear alarms and buzzers going off around you.
Huh?
Wait, are we all in there?
No, just Shayo.
Oh
Oh,
no.
I'm in the panic room, and he starts dancing.
Can we hear him from inside?
You guys can see him kind of like dancing in this hallway, and you kind of hear, "Distal dum de do, dum, non, do, doing, it."
Huh?
Shaya?
The
I just
room
thought
seems to
of
be
running
speaking in
down
an
the hall.
intelligible language. As it seems to
What's it
be
saying?
counting down, maybe.
She's gonna like start sprinting down this room, whatever it is.
I'm gonna ask Labyrinth what it's saying. What it said before the count.
Oh, it said decontamination, I think.
He's contaminated? Figures.
Maybe?
Maybe this will kill the worm in his brain.
Maybe it's an Ellen thing.
And as it finishes, there's as Shale gets sprayed with a ton of very cold compressed air, and then very hot compressed air.
It's like Sheo's like dancing, like you can like see him dancing, and then the moment that that it turns on, like the valve turns on, and he's like sprayed in the air, you can just see him curled up on the floor.
Is he okay,
And then
Mr. Labyrinth?
gas over the top of him. It lets him sit in the gas for a few seconds before the door on the opposite end opens.
Sheo's gonna like get on all fours and just crawl through it quickly.
Is he alive?
Looks
Okay.
like it. He's
Around?
crawling into the other room, and then the door shuts behind him.
Well,
Oh, should we go?
why not?
He
Talk
didn't
to him.
seem to be enjoying that.
Yeah, he's
You can take it. I can take it. I go into the room.
You can,
after it.
okay, so I'm gonna use my telepathic connection on Val to be like, taste the funny fumes.
I'm already in there.
All right, how many of you are getting into the room?
I'm getting in. I'm not letting these people alone. They would kill themselves.
All right, so you're all getting in there.
Yep.
All right, so the door closes behind you guys, and it does the countdown again, and then the other door opens, letting you guys into the next room.
What do we see?
Large metal tubes with little glass tubes sticking out of it, and it's inside of a big glass chamber with gloves that reach inside the chamber where the metal tubes are, or the metal cylinders with glass tubes in them. And then there's some of those metallic boxes with black glass on them in here.
Everything is glass. Let's not break anything. If we got decontaminated, I don't know if that's to keep bad things from getting in or out.
Would we even know what that means, though?
Decontaminated? Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, if Labyrinth said it, then it'd be a word in common or whatever language we're speaking.
That would probably kind of like depend on you guys mostly and what you guys believe your like in character knowledge would be. Like if you'd understand that kind of word, because that would be like a
Val
very
knows-
niche word. Not
Val knows
even
what
like a lot of
contamination is.
doctors would know.
Sorry, I was ganged. What was the word?
Decontamination. Like Val knows what contamination is. So
Hold on 1 second, guys.
decontaminating-
Huh? No.
They said they don't know if we back in. really need a shower. Got stuff all over my clothes. Question.
What is that?
Alright, well, I'm streaming. I always
Need a
stream.
shower.
I always stream on Wednesdays.
Wrong.
Do-do-do-do.
Alright.
I feel like maybe Callias would know it because he spent a bunch of his years surrounded by doctors trying to see what was wrong with him. So maybe he would know the word decontamination.
Because in this time, you know, it's kind of like doctors were either they're magical clerics or they're like, let's stick a couple leeches on them. That should drain all the bad juju from their bodies.
I mean, Val knows what contamination is, so decontamination would be.
'Cause
Yeah,
you got to
just-
keep that in mind that there's like those two classes of doctors, and then that is it. You got plague doctors and you got clerics.
And I'm the cleric. So Val definitely knows what contamination is, so she definitely knows what decontamination is.
I think Callias has like a smattering of what it means. Like, I'm pretty
So, should we break stuff in here?
Do not. I just
No,
told
I
you
think
not
you
to.
should.
Yeah, you
Besides,
told me not to. It makes me want to.
You can break Shayo if that makes you feel better.
Yes.
Val looks at you. You're still not off the list.
Your dad didn't leave you for the hidden continent. He just didn't want IQ anymore.
Oh.
Ow.
See, that was easy.
He just like he looks sad for a second, and then he just goes, "I wonder where the continent is."
You said you didn't
Is
leave
there
for it.
anything you guys want to do in here?
Yeah.
I want to look in the glass tubes and stuff.
Alright, looking at into the big glass room in the center of the room, you see large metallic cylinders with little glass tubes sticking out of them. And they seem to be filled with some kind of liquid. What kind? They're not really certain.
Val's gonna turn on the black boxes.
Alright. And the little glass person appears inside of them.
Can you ask her what this room's for?
Slavarice turns and begins to talk to the little glass person. She talks back after exchanging words for a few minutes. He turns around and goes, she says it's a dinner room.
A what?
I'm not really certain. That's the best I got.
Can you say that again?
kidnap room?
Dinner room.
Oh, did not. They did not do it.
Dinner. Like
Oh,
the letter D, the letter N, and the letter A. I don't.
Didn't.
Dinner.
Dinner. They eat it.
That's
Dinner.
that's the best I can do. Translating that from ancient language.
That is a very strange translation error. It's an alphabet room.
I mean, it's not exactly anything that we really necessarily have a translation for.
It's an alphabet room.
yeah.
Oh, if it's an alphabet room, if we drink this liquid in here, will we know their alphabet? Will it teach us?
No. No, it means they're trying to make new alphabets.
So this is how like Amaran came to mind. They just made it up.
This is where all the words come from.
The word room.
Wait, we can't break it or else there won't be any new words. Val's looking over at Sheo, seeing if he buys this.
I'm gonna be honest. Like I feel like Sheo would have like the same blank look on his face that I do right now. He's like his eyes like halfway closed. He just goes, "Huh."
He's still scared from the decontamination process.
He's just catatonic.
He's been bird stunned.
So there's like gloves, like the rubber gloves stuff, a part of the tube that go into it, right?
Yeah, on the glass or in the glass room, there's like places where you can insert your hands, and they go into gloves that reach into the room.
Put my hands in it.
All right, you can now reach the little glass tubes that are on the metal cylinders.
What if we like put them together? What will happen?
I don't. We we had to go through a separate chamber that sprayed us with a bunch of stuff to get rid of contamination.
Is there like an empty glass in them? In the thing that doesn't have any liquid
There's
in it?
like mixtures of empty glass and filled glasses along the inside of the tube between the cylinders. Like there's a large selection.
So it's gonna be like I'm just playing around, and I'm just gonna start taking liquids and just filling them together in empty glasses.
Okay. How many of those glass tubes do you grab?
I just grab two, and I just pour them together. I
You
wanna see what
can't really
happens.
pour them together, but you can attach them to the metal cylinders.
Okay, I do that. I just try to mix them together.
All right. There's seems to be two buttons in front of the metal cylinder that you can push. One is a big green button. The other is a big red button.
I hit the green.
Hit the green. The machine kind of like whirs to life as it starts to spin, and the liquid drains inside the metal cylinder. And one of the computer monitors begins to light up, and a string of letters begins to appear that runs down the screen. You can't really identify if any of this is actual words, or it seems to be repeating a handful of letters a number of times. And odd sequences. And then it looks like two halves of a ladder kind of like folding and mending together on the monitor next to that. Roll me two D100s, please.
Two D100s. Okay,
Be afraid.
like two separate rolls or added together.
Two separate rolls.
$53, 43.
Okay.
I have no clue what's going to happen, but
You made a fish.
Uh, Nothing in particular seems to happen other than the computer monitor flashes some words across the screen once the machine stops spinning.
Slavarice, do you know? Can you ask the glass lady what's that going on?
He turns around, he begins talking to her, and they kind of chatter back and forth a little bit, and he goes, she says you, stitched, sewed, is that the right word? Some things into some other thing.
Did I just make life?
You made life?
Is that a maid, right?
Is that a dwarf thing?
And then you hear kind of like a beeping noise as you see a conveyor belt kind of, and this large moist egg kind of drops out of it, and it kind of gets carried away on the conveyor belt and off into another room.
Did you guys just see that?
You
Yeah.
just. You know what?
That
I
is
suddenly
okay.
don't feel safe.
It's a child belt.
It
Maybe
makes
that's where
makes
owners come
babies.
from. And that's why no one has seen your dads. Maybe the weird cats are your dad. And the lost continent is the ancient civilization.
Ooh, I mean, it's been a while since I have seen my dad.
Maybe your dad is this machine, I say, patting the machine.
Ooh, my dad did create life as well.
How?
But do not. They do magic and then poof.
I do magic and then poof to create my berries. Does that count?
Yes, 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 yes. You also create life.
I think
Nice.
this is the worst group of people ever to be creating life.
I need to get my baby. How do I get that room?
I am now
Don't break
imagining.
it. Wait, how did you come to the conclusion that you made a child?
It was my baby. It's an egg, and I've seen eggs hatch. It's my baby.
You don't know what's gonna come out of that. It might just be a monster.
What if
It
it's
might just be
another
one of the
pea?
better bro.
Unconditional love.
Non-conditional.
Oh
That
no, this is
Shea's dad did not have.
Unconditional hatred.
this might be a dwarf thing.
I mean, I've heard of dwarves making things out of rock, like golems and stuff.
Golem?
Golem.
How does one create golem?
Can you? Can, what what's going on? Belle's just in the corner looking at the
I made a
ground,
baby.
panicking.
Rem-
This-
remember, remember when those things like ate their way out of me? Like I learned how to make life then.
It's just like letting a fox into a hen house, or like putting a bunch of children in charge of a museum.
oh my god. I have lost the plot so hard. I'm just sitting here trying to process this conversation. I'm so lost.
Dude, I don't even know where we are, bro.
We're in a room where we just
I thought we
created
were going
life
to a
after
bee cave.
we got decontaminated. We got decontaminated, and we're currently in a room that makes life.
We
That's
are.
really all there is.
This
Yeah,
is
you're
so
fine.
above our pay grade.
Val,
What if we
Val's,
create an army of life?
Val's going to sketch this room and then try and encourage people to leave.
Maybe we should get the egg raw.
What should we call him?
Wow.
Can we
I-
please leave?
Leave the life room?
Yes.
No one
Are
else wants
you
to
not
play with the
comfortable
machine.
giving life?
I don't want you making larger bootlace worms.
That's a good idea.
No.
Sheo is just gonna like rush up to the machine as if he knows what the hell he's doing, and he's gonna like just start like I don't know how, I don't remember how we put it in. I don't remember if you have to like put in sequences or something, but he's just gonna like hit some buttons and then hit go, like hit the green button.
Shay, I don't want to be like mean or anything, but I don't think that's gonna work.
You just reach in and
Like,
you hit the green button.
Yes.
my
You,
dad
you hit
told
the
me
green
for
button and
babies
the
to
large
make.
metal cylinder begins to spin, but all the little glass tubes in it were empty, so nothing happens.
I tell Sheo, like, my dad told me how babies are made, and I can't tell you it wasn't like this.
But that's satyr babies though. Like, how about bootlace worm?
Do they need a bootleg mother and a bootleg father who love each other very much?
No, I think it's more like they tie a knot, a very tight knot.
Oh yeah, that's also a thing with satyrs. You need to tie the knot, and that's it.
Ah, I see. Makes sense.
Wait, do they tie a knot and then just fuse together, making them longer and longer and longer?
Yes, longer, and then also they get a lot more robust, which means they get a lot more structural stability, and they can stand
Um,
up straight.
My dad also told me that it will get much longer.
Okay, I'm done. I'm actually done. I'm cutting the bit here. We're through. I'm actually done. I want to go to bed.
No, I kind of feel bad for you, Will.
I want to go home.
All right,
Aren't you home?
so you guys,
No, you have to go back to the park.
I want to go back to the park.
all right, so you guys are leaving the dinner room.
Is there no other exit?
Nope.
Only the nap room.
I mean, it could have been worse.
All right, you guys step back into the decontamination chamber and then it opens up back up and lets you guys out the other end.
Okay. Who hasn't selected a door?
There are 3 rooms you have not been to in this hallway.
I think we should go to maybe room. How are we to room 2? I don't think we finished the room 2. I don't remember. I'm going to propose
We
room 2.
have been in room 2.
Oh,
That was
room-
that was room
How
2.
That was room 2
I'm
on the
thinking-
left.
Room 1, 3, and 6.
No, you weren't in
Let's go
room
to room
1. You were in room 4. You went to room 5, and then you went to room 6. Or
Yeah,
So we've not
you
been
went
in
to
room 2.
4,
what
Once
we have
again,
left.
6,
room 1,
and
3,
2.
and 6.
Let's go to 6 then.
No, you went to 2.
Yeah,
Then let's,
that
then
he's
let's-
saying
4,
one
5, and
saying-
2.
we haven't gone to yet.
We
Oh,
haven't
okay.
gone to room 1, 3, or 6.
Okay.
let's go to room 6 then.
Room 6, room 6.
It's spelled really close to what Shea was thinking before.
All right.
About the
So
red worm.
the little glass person appears on the little spot next to the door and opens it for you guys. And Val throws Sheo in first.
No.
As he deserves.
And you guys step into this room. And you see the little conveyor belt running across this room. And it deposits one egg in the center of the room.
My baby.
Are you sure it is your baby?
It's my baby.
And
Why
it
do you
kind
say
of
general?
cracks and splits open.
When
What is it?
And this insectoid head pokes its way up out of the egg casing. So then as it reaches forward and starts to crawl its way out, it's covered in thick scales with a heavy saliva dripping from its mouth.
Ew, your
As it-
kid's hideous.
As it pulls itself out, it's got 2 large
It looks
rear
like
feet
you.
and then a long lizard-like tail.
Oh, Baldur, it looks just like you.
Like father, like son. Kill it.
Is it still in the glass?
Nope.
I pick it up.
Oh,
I hold it up like I'm holding up a baby, or like a little puppy, just like out with my arms outstretched.
It hisses and then does a bite attack on you.
Ew.
Does a 20 hit.
Yes, 20 hits.
All right. Roll a Constitution save with disadvantage.
Is that against being poisoned?
Y- Sort of.
Because so I would so my advantage would cancel it out.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
You feel the kind of neurotoxins immediately send a shock through your system, and you just hit the ground.
Oh, that happens to mothers when they give birth to.
Val's going to stab the thing.
All right, roll to hit.
Roll to hit. 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's an 11.
As you go to stab it, it kind of sits back on its rear feet and pushes back, and it's able to bounce like 5 feet back and away from you.
Oh no.
And it kind of like hisses and then scurries away out of the room.
Was the door not shut?
It was not.
Chase after it, kill it. Chase after and kill it.
I am attending to Baldur. You see Kales grabbed Baldur's face with both his hands and is softly slapping him repeatedly. Baldur, Baldur, are you okay? Are you okay? Get up! Your son just walked for the first time.
Slavarice kind of has to rush over to Baldur and quickly pulls out a antitoxin and pours it down Baldur's mouth. He goes, "You're probably going to want to give him about 5 minutes before he can move. At least."
Val is dashing after the thing.
The abomination.
Yes.
All right, so let me tell you what happened was you mixed into the Venowasp DNA. It mixed wasp with Arctic hare and monitor lizard.
Ah.
Great.
So it has the neurotoxin bite of a monitor lizard and the jumping power of a rabbit.
So
Mistakes were made.
what have we done?
You go rushing out of the room after it, Val, and you see just in time as the tail kind of slithers up into a vent and out of sight.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
What do we do? We go after?
Can you fit an event?
Um, I
If you
mean,
push hard enough, I think you could.
okay, so the only thing I can think of here is cast Thunderclap into the vent, and I don't think that's gonna be a good idea. So
Alright,
I'm just
Nope.
not gonna do that.
With that, we're going to take a quick 15-minute bio break for
Yeah,
everyone before these guys release any more abominations into the wild.
I mean, it's already 4 o'clock.
Joe, what time is it for you guys over there?
It
And-
is, yeah, 10 as well, but it's fine. It's fine. I can keep going.
O'Shea said that with the least energy possible.
Yeah, I think he might be dying.
No, I'm
Oh,
fine.
no,
Fine.
keep going.
I think Quill is about to pass out.
I'm just grappling with the fact that like I'm just not gonna be on time for any of these Wednesday sessions for like the coming 2 or 3 weeks, which is so bad.
No.
Are you going to the park like 4 weeks in a row?
Yeah, it's like they scheduled me 8:30 to 6, 4
Mhm.
weeks in a row, and one of those weeks is I'm just not even gonna be at home. I'm actually just gonna be like somewhere else entirely, and it's. Oh. I'm already tired just thinking about it, but I can handle it. It's fine. It's just it'll probably just get in the way of D&D, which is frustrating.
I mean, is there any chance we could do those sessions on other days? Will be better.
I mean, wait. Let me before we even consider that. Let me pull up my schedule.
Or that maybe we schedule shorter sessions because I feel like you die if we put you through more.
I mean,
Um,
it's kind of like the main thing is that some of these days are very manageable. Like for example, next week, like sure I'll be at the park, but I'll only be at the park till 6. So even though I'll be home late, I won't be as tired.
mhm.
But then, like the week after that, I've already spent a whole day, like a whole 3 days away from home, and I'll be coming home,
Oh,
and it's like, yeah,
I mean,
I
that
don't
week we
know.
can just skip that week if you want.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You'll be dying. I mean, I literally pretty much fell asleep on the game I did after my defense. I can't imagine how it is being 3 days out of your house and then arriving late just to play. You'd have to be dying.
I mean, to be fair, I've been like bullying myself the past few weeks because I was like on vacation in France, and then I drove home over the weekend, and then the day after I immediately went to camp for 2 days, and then I was like still sore from everything, and I immediately went to the park to go do field research. I just did everything in a chain, and now I'm like at the end of that chain of events. So I'm I'm getting hit by a semi currently.
Well, if you need us to cut this early, we can.
Yeah, don't worry.
Like
Yeah.
I can like pull through probably like another half hour, but like after that I'll just start passing out.
Yeah, because I
After
do have
that,
something
Shale's
planned after
brainworm
this.
has evolved.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably just a good place to cut it.
The runaway abomination.
A little cliffhanger.
It's like I'm gonna look into something though. Like I'm gonna see if I can somehow get my hands on a room in the city where I'm studying, because that'll cut away like a solid 1.5 hours of travel time.
I mean, so long as that is cheap to do.
I mean, it's not, but to be honest, it's probably gonna be necessary anyway.
Just for your state of mind and being relaxed,
Yeah, and it's also
not
kind of
having
like
to drive for an hour and a half.
yeah, and it's like the position I'm currently in, I can probably get enough money from. I can probably beg enough money for enough money with the government to pay for my room. Like the main issue will be trying to find the money to actually pay for groceries. But I'll get that figured out. I can get it figured out. It's just it's gonna take a while, and I don't know how long.
It's fine. We can take an early end here, and then just let us know week to week if you're up to doing this or not after your little sessions or whatever.
Yeah, I'll be. I think most of the time I'll be fine because right now you have to understand this was like this was like the first field day after my vacation. It's like I'm like out of form. But once I
Yeah.
get back into the rhythm again, I'll be able to just do these sessions normally.
That's fine. That's perfectly all right. We understand if things are a bit rough or going weird for you.
I have counted so many aspen trees today, but I'm fine. I'm okay. My brain is just a little bit
Why are you your character but towards trees, ERL?
And
Count
then
all
you
those
come into
trees.
this
Gotta count those
very
leaves.
very heavy.
It's like the main thing I've learned from doing field work today is that I have started to slowly develop an instinct for ticks. Like today, I caught a tick between my index finger and my thumb before it could bite down,
Wow.
which is probably never going to happen again. But I felt really cool for approximately 5 seconds.
Did you eat it?
No, I did have to kind of like wipe it on my pants though because I was also writing things down and taking notes.
I do have to say that I once had a teacher who had been experiencing flies so much that he could remove surgically the fly's wings with a clap. Me there. It's that accurate.
It's my baby. Did you see what you said?
If any of you know Spanish, that is saying single yes, alone never.
So is that Goku's kid? Or sorry, Kakarot's?
That's Vegeta though. That's
Yeah,
the other
I know
character.
that's Vegeta.
Oh, okay, yeah, you were mentioning.
All right.
I don't know. I just know this picture out of context, and every time I find it, it's even more deep fried.
So we're gonna end it here for Quill's sanity.
Thank
Uh,
you.
Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you all in the next episode of The Short Stacks. I am Phoenix Firestar, also known as the Natonefox, your DM for this game. If all you want to introduce yourselves again, we'll end this session.
I'm Dalton. I play Val the Fairy Cleric, and I'll see you next session.
I am Chad. I play Balder the Barbarian, and also known as the New Mother. And I'll see you guys next week. Maybe.
Hi, I'm Quill, and I play Sheo the Owlin Sorcerer, and I am going to bed.
Hi, I'm Galias, and I play. Sorry, I'm Corey, and I play Galias, the Satyr Ranger, and I'm probably also going to bed.
Alrighty.
All right. Thank you, all you wonderful people, for tuning in. Thank you for showing up, Ember. Sorry we're kind of ending it a bit early, but you know. Anyway, thank you all. Have a good night, and goodbye.